All right. So for this part of the session, we're going to take questions. I do see there's a few questions that were asked, Gregory, in the chat here.
Okay, one, I think Lucky Robo asked us about Nigeria. Okay, they are struggling to get visas, obviously. I just want to tell you that there is an embassy in Nigeria, in Abuja, a Greek embassy, and also an embassy in Senegal. It's a new one. Since I'm working with the embassies the last 13 years, sometimes I know the ambassadors and the consulars in person. Okay, I've spoke with so many consulates all over the world all these years. Sometimes some of the consulars and ambassadors, they are changing embassies and consulates every 2 or 3 years. So they are going to another country and then another country. So I'm meeting the same persons again and again. We have West Africa. West Africa, according to all the European embassies, is in high immigration risk. Okay, why? Because they are right. There's no doubt about it. Because the last years, a lot of people traveled to European countries and they never got back. Okay, never. So it's really difficult to get visas to any European country, not only for Greece. Okay. It is impossible to come in Greece with a visa C for a short stay. If someone from Nigeria, like Mr. Lucky and his players, will ask me to bring a player here for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, up to 3 months with the short stay visa, I have just one thing to say, that you will waste your time and your money. Okay. Probably you will not get visas. I'm not saying I didn't get visas. Okay, I've got visas, but with high profile footballers. No question about professional footballers. The professional footballers, they have contracts, they have jobs here. No, there is no way that an embassy will deny a visa to a professional footballer. No, I'm talking about the amateur ones. Okay, these footballers who wants to come here and have a trial. No, it doesn't work for you. I'm sorry, unfortunately. Okay, the only way to come here is to get a 1-year visa because a Greek club is going to guarantee for you that they will host you. They will provide accommodation and food. You have to know that the amateur clubs are forbidden to give salaries to players. Okay, so they can only provide accommodation and food. And they have to provide a written private agreement. You have to sign as a player the private agreement. The club have to sign the private agreement. This private agreement will go to the Greek Football Federation. You will get an authorization. They will stamp the private agreements. They will send the private agreements to the embassy, and of course one private agreement to you. And then with all the other visa documents you mentioned before, like the criminal record, bank statements and everything, you will go to the embassy, we will book you an appointment, you will go to the embassy and you will get your visas. This is something that I can guarantee. Okay, I have 100% success in national visas, in 1-year visas, the visa D. No one failed with me. Okay. Of course, if you have a criminal record, you will fail. Of course, sometimes, especially because since Mr. Robo is from Nigeria, some players had different birth dates, for example, in their passport and in their birth certificates. Okay, probably one of the two was some kind, I don't know, it was a mistake, it was intentionally made, it was wrong by the Ministry of Interiors, I don't know what. But you are not going to get a visa, any kind of visa, if you have such kind of issues. And of course, during COVID, that was the only visa you could get, only the national visa. You couldn't get visa C. Okay. Another country that is in high immigration risk is Congo DRC. And you know that I've got visas because you saw the players. Okay, they came here for a trial. I've got visa C, I've got visa D, any kind of visas, because I'm well known there. They know me, it's the embassy, but I cannot get visas for trials for everyone. No, I'm picking up the players. It has to do with the managers. It has to do with the clubs. It has to do minimizing the risk, my risk. Okay, I have to keep untouched my personal relations with the embassies. Okay, I'm not going to risk this kind of connections to clubs or to embassies for unknown players. Also, you know that before a player will come here, we have to call the parents, we have to call the steward, the sponsors, the managers. We have to discuss everything with them. Okay, so for our friend here, Lucky Wobo, we have to say that the answer is only the visa D. Unfortunately, it's an extremely how can I say that? Who is going to pay Francisco 10,000 euro to bring an amateur player here? Okay, the price is high. I don't know how many million of naira some families paid. Okay, you remember Divine? You know that a Nigerian player came here and his parents lost their money because the player went back. You remember his behavior. You remember that he came here to play football and he showed up just the first week and then he disappeared. He started complaining. He started trying to find excuses about everything, about his health. And after 2 months, he just disappeared. Okay, he went back. It's more than I have a talent player. It's more than I have the money to sponsor the player. It's a lot of things. Okay, be careful with the visas. Be careful with everything. All right. The embassy, for example, in Nigeria, will ask me to guarantee everything. Not only the club, not only my club, me personally. Why? Because they know me. I'm a Greek citizen. Okay, they're not going to ask something apart from the typical part of the visa procedure. Okay, some documents, some fees at the embassy, and that's it. They are asking a lot of things about me. And lately, they start asking repatriation fees. What will happen if the player will stay here illegally? We will get him, and we have to send him back. You have to pay us to send him back. We will put him in a flight, but you have to pay the flight. And you know the prices. Okay, the minimum 2,000 euro. Also, if you want to get the football, to get the authorization from the Greek Football Federation, you have to pay a fee of 1,000 euro. Okay, so if someone will ask me, for example, I will give you 1,000 euro to have a trial, okay, the money is enough just to pay the Greek Football Federation. Okay, I have to send the documents to the embassy. I have to send the documents to the boy. Okay, because you are going to apply with the hard copies. We are not going to apply by email or some stupid things that I am hearing now and then. Okay, you will send an email to the embassy. No, it doesn't work like this. Okay, I've done it 100 times. You know, also you have a personal experience that you need the hard copy. Okay, yeah. They're not going to give you a visa. And I have to pay 100 euros just to send through UPS or DHL, a courier, to send a shipment to you, to Nigeria, to USA, or I don't know, in any country. Okay, you need 200 euros only for the shipments. Then we have to give you an invoice. You have to. We're not taking black money from you. I have to give you a receipt. If the embassy will ask me the receipt, and they are always asking the receipt and the invoice, you know that I have to give them from my company an invoice. Okay, the invoice has taxes. I have to pay my taxes. So a lot of clubs they are asking me from Nigeria and West Africa, generally speaking from Africa. Okay, I want to bring my club here to Greece, and the players will have trial, and the players will be transferred to professional clubs. No, you will waste your money. Okay, you will spend. Samuel Eto'o, for example, his academy, he tried to bring the academy here from Ivory Coast, and the guy who sponsored this, it was a French guy. French. He's living in France. He's billionaire. Okay, that's fine. He has the money. He tried to help a village. So he took the village boys with really low traveling profiles and went to the French embassy. He paid the flights. He paid the accommodation. He paid the food. He paid everything. Despite the fact that I advised him, don't pay. Just get the reservations. Reserve a flight, reserve a hotel. I went to the hotel and he paid everything to the hotel. Okay. The French embassy, because the French embassy represented Greece in Ivory Coast, rejected all the players, even the coaches, even the owner of the club. And then they get back to me. Please, Gregory, we have to change the dates. That's very easy. I went to the Greek hotel. I changed the date of accommodation. We found 2 weeks. That's fine. He changed again all 27 flights. Okay. He didn't get the visas. Sorry. It doesn't work like this. Okay. If you want to bring players from Africa, certain African countries, then the only solution is the 1-year visa, and it is costly. It is costly. You will spend 10,000 euros in total. It's 11,000 USD. You have to use the exchange rate, okay, and figure out how much money you have to invest. Okay, that's the same answer we are giving the last 2-3 years. Okay, there is no other solution. No other solution, unfortunately. We are talking about our agency. We are talking about Greece. Okay, if you have a super player, he was a professional and he wants to come here, he needs a contract from a professional club. But this has to do with professional transfers. Okay. Like the one boy in Kenya, the professional player who I got the visa from the Greek embassy in Kenya, in Nairobi, because he was a national team player. Okay. I've got it in 2 days. In 2 days, he went there and got his visa. Okay. So that's all from us now. We have just 1 minute, 2 minutes. I would like to say, me and Francisco, that the visa issue is we have to spend 1.5 hours for the visa issue. Okay, I will send you links. Probably we'll have tomorrow or the day after tomorrow another webinar, and I will speak only for the visa and the resident permit. Okay, thank you very much all of you that you came here. Okay, if you need something else, you have our WhatsApp numbers. You can call us, you can text us. Okay, we will be more than glad to answer all your questions, no matter if you will work with us or not. Okay. Yep. It doesn't harm to ask questions. Okay, even if you want to go to another country or whatever. Okay, we are here to help. Thank you very much. Have a nice night. Okay. See you all tomorrow and the day after tomorrow.